The solution to dining philosophers problem that we have discussed in the previous video has a major limitation. Suppose all the philosophers got hold of their left chopstick at the same time. P0 got hold of his left chopstick C0, P1 got hold of his left chopstick C2, P2 grabbed his left chopstick C2, P3 grabbed his left chopstick C3, and P4 got hold of his left chopstick C4. But for each philosopher to eat, all of them need two chopsticks at a time. So P0 will start waiting for C1 to be released by P1. P1 will start waiting for C2 to be released by P2. P2 will start waiting for C3 to be released by P3. P3 will start waiting for C4 to be released by P4. And P4 will start waiting for C0 to be released by P0. So here, each philosopher within the set is waiting for an event to be caused by another philosopher within the set. And none of the philosophers can eat, none of the philosophers can make progress, and hence no one is going to release the chopstick. And all of them will move to an indefinite wait state. Such an indefinite wait state is called deadlock. So with this solution, there is chance for deadlock. In the deadlock module in operating system, we will discuss that there are four necessary conditions which will lead to the state of deadlock: mutual exclusion, no preemption, hold and wait, and circular wait. If all these four conditions meet simultaneously, there is chance for deadlock. And here all these four conditions meet. Here there is mutual exclusion. Only one philosopher is allowed to use a chopstick at a time. Here there is no preemption. Once a chopstick is given to a philosopher, we cannot forcibly take the chopstick away from the philosopher. We should wait till the philosopher releases it. Here there is hold and wait. All the philosophers are allowed to hold one chopstick and wait for another chopstick. And here there is circular wait. The philosophers can wait in a circular chain. So if we break any of these four necessary conditions, we will be able to prevent the deadlock. So we shall try to improve the solution by violating one of these four necessary conditions, thereby preventing deadlock. But we cannot violate mutual exclusion and no preemption. We can allocate the chopstick only to one philosopher at a time. Also, we cannot forcibly take it away from a philosopher once it is allocated. So we shall try violating the hold and wait condition. Let's not allow the philosophers to hold one chopstick and wait for another chopstick. Let the philosopher try to grab both the chopstick. If both the chopsticks are available, philosopher can move to eating. If one of the chopstick is not available, the philosopher should release the one he already has. So let the philosopher try to grab the left chopstick. And if the right chopstick is also available, then he can grab the right chopstick and can start eating. When finished eating, he should drop both the chopsticks. And if the right chopstick is not available, then he should drop the left chopstick too. So only if both the chopsticks are available, the philosopher can move to eating. If any of the chopstick is not available, both the chopsticks should be in the released state. But here also there is one issue. Suppose all the philosophers grab the left chopstick at the same time. Now every philosopher will find that the right chopstick is not available. Now all the philosophers will keep back the left chopstick on the table at the same time. Again, suppose all the philosophers got hold of their left chopstick at the same time. Now all of them will find that the right chopstick is not available at the same time. Again, all of them will put back the left chopstick on the table at the same time. And this can happen also indefinitely. Now also none of the philosophers are eating and the system will not make progress. Now let's try breaking the last condition, circular weight. For that, we shall first order the resources or the chopsticks. Here the chopsticks are already ordered, C0, C1, C2, C3 and C4. Now let the philosophers wait for the chopsticks. Try to grab the chopsticks in the increasing order. Here P0 is already requesting for chopsticks in the increasing order. First C0 is requested, then C1. P1 also requests in the increasing order. First C1, then C2. P2 also requests in the increasing order. First C2, then C3. P3 requests C3, then C4. But the last philosopher, P4, is trying to acquire the resource C4 first and then C0. So P4 is not trying to acquire the resources in the increasing order. So we shall let P4 also try to get hold of the resources in the increasing order. Let P4 wait for C0 first, then C4. So when P4 waits for C0, he will find that C0 is already allocated to P0. Now P4 will never try to grab chopstick 4. So chopstick 4 is free. It can be allocated to P3. P3 can move to eating. So the deadlock chain breaks. So let the philosophers P0, P1, P2 and P3 wait for the left chopstick first and then the right chopstick. And let the last philosopher P4 wait for the right chopstick first and then the left chopstick. Thus the circular weight condition breaks and as a result deadlock will not occur.